Hey, what's going on YouTube? Arnold here, back in the garage gym, and I'm just doing another video on new up-and-coming equipment. As you know, I just did a video on Rogue's upcoming equipment, and Rep equally deserves its own video. There's a lot to talk about here from Rep, and we'll just kind of get right into it. And after this, I'm going to do a video on a few other companies that have got some neat stuff coming out. So there's just too much to try to post pictures on, so we'll just talk about it. And anything that I'm talking about, throw some comments below. I'm interested in what you guys are interested in. But it's awesome to see all these companies coming out with some new products. And it's exciting for the home gym market. And as you know, being a home gym owner, or you probably follow this channel, you have a gym or are thinking about getting one, all these new innovations and products only are good for us. And the competition's good. It's going to keep prices kind of low or lower. As you know, things have gone up a lot, but I don't see big price hikes. I think we're going to level out on price. And with this new products, it's really awesome. One thing that Rep's been really good at, and it's listening to the reviewers, the customers, and the feedback from the community. Rep's really involved in the community. They've done a really good job of staying transparent with everybody and also testing their equipment. And I'm not just saying that. There's been stumbles in the past, and all companies have them. It's just part of growing. But if you look at what Rep came out with last year, the trap bar, which I have behind me, they've got the SSB, which is over there, and you know, even the cambered bar. If you look at those products, they all came out and they did a really good job of testing them before, you know, sending them out to the public. Let's get into it. I'm on the Rep website right now, and they just updated the website with some of their upcoming products. We'll just get right straight into it. The AB5200 2.0, and as you know, I've reviewed the 5200. We've had it for about 3 years. It's behind me somewhere back there, and it's sort of like the workhorse of this gym. It's the one that I use probably the most. I just really like that bench. And this new AB5200 2.0, they took some of the gripes that we had with the original version, and they really addressed them and fixed them. I'll just kind of run through it. But one of the gripes was the handle. So you get a smooth handle. This new version has a really nice, you know, stainless knurled handle, which is awesome. Some people even went out of their way to have a handle made and put on their old bench. So good job with that. The front pad. This has been one of my complaints with a lot of benches, and not just Rep, I mean different manufacturers. And the front pad, for some reason, they just sort of would bolt on a couple of, like, you know, rubber fridge feet kind of things. And to me, it just didn't make sense. Why not make the pad the whole base of the front post? And Rep did that with this one and completely fixed what I thought was a flaw and made it way more stable. So that was awesome. They have new padding coming out. So I've been a huge fan of Rep's padding for a long time. It's one of the reasons I've still continued to keep the Rep benches in the gym and not upgrade them, is the padding's awesome. It's really grippy. The only flaw with it was cleaning it. Anyone with a Rep bench, you guys know what I'm talking about. You spray, you put your cleaner on, you go to wipe it, and because it has those little divots, it's kind of a pain to clean. But Rep apparently has addressed this. Now, I really want to get one of these benches in the gym and compare it and see what this new ultimate material is going to be like. Apparently it's easier to clean, so I'm really excited about seeing that. The 5200 is customizable. You can pick different colors, so it's kind of a bench that you build. You pick your frame color, you pick your rail color, and then you can pick your pad width. Standard width is 12 inches. Remember, Rogue's was the AB 3.0 was an 11-inch wide bench. So the fact that Rep's coming out with a 12-inch on their standard is really cool. I like that 12-inch width. Do you need to go to the wider one? We'll save that for another video. That's probably debate. But now, one other thing is the rear post is adjustable. So you are able to get some decline out of that rear post. Now, I'll see if I can find here's a picture of it here. As you guys are watching on my screen, it's a little bit of a decline. I'm not sure how many degrees that is, but because you don't have the leg rollers, you can't really go extreme decline on this bench, but it's a nice option there. And I think that's going to give you some, you know, it gives you some versatility. And what does it cost to add decline post? It's like 30, 40 bucks. Yeah, so it's like 30 bucks or something. That's not bad. Personally, if I was ordering the bench, I would just get the adjustable post. Why not? And do that. I would order it with the standard width. I have a wide flat bench that I use for benching. Other than that, I don't feel like I need a wider pad, especially with an adjustable. But really awesome bench. The actual dimensions, I've compared it to the 5200 original, and they're very, very similar. The new one, I think, is 1 inch shorter, but other than that, everything else is very similar. They actually widened the back leg on it, so it's going to be more stable, which is really cool. And then this one has an integral stop when you go to flip it up and store it. So really nice bench. I'm really, like I said, this is something I'm kind of eyeballing. One complaint I heard some people say, they wanted the clear coat version. Of course, if you have clear coat in your gym, you're looking at this and going, where's my clear coat version? Guys, you can make your own clear coat. You just take the paint off and that's it. And you spray some clear on. It's really easy to do. That's probably the easiest thing you can do is make clear coat. So don't forget you guys can do that. So let's look at some more products from Rep. So we'll get out of here and I'll kick back to that main page. So another new bench from Rep. It seems like a lot of companies have been coming up with a lot of new benches lately. We've been kind of overwhelmed with it. So the new bench from Rep's called the Blackwing. Again, companies are really getting into naming, especially benches. It's kind of cool. I'm just not sure about these names and stuff. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. The Blackwing. So what is the Blackwing? It's basically the zero gap bench, just rebooted 2.0, right? So a lot of people that had the zero gap originally, people that I've talked to in the industry, they like the idea of the zero gap, but the actual practicality of adjusting it was always a pain. And that's one reason I never bought it, is I just didn't see myself messing around with the handle and you had to reach underneath and it was kind of a pain. Rep completely addressed all those issues with this bench. It's pretty awesome what they did. Go to their YouTube video if you want to see the details. Don't just listen to me about it. They actually go over every detail on this bench, but I'll cover the real basics. The adjustment for the front pad is now on the left side. It's really easy to do. You just pull the knob and you can adjust it really easy. That solves a lot of problems. The bottom adjustment, this is cool. So if you have it in the flat configuration, I'm going to try to find there. So there's a picture of it in the bottom configuration. If you want to pull up on your front pad, you don't have to pull any pins. You literally just pull it up. It's got a quick pin system. I don't know the tech on it, but it doesn't involve reaching down, doing anything. You just pull it up. Then it locks in place. Now, to release it and go back down to flat, you're going to have to pull that bottom pin. But really, really cool idea. Rep also has got a closed ladder design. So you're going to see some similarities here between this and the Rogue bench. It's hard to miss, but that rear ladder system, and it's not just Rogue. A lot of benches are utilizing the very similar system in the back. Now, Rep also, this is sort of their answer to Rogue's new man array. They have the option to add the adjustable footrests or foot pads to the end of the bench. So in terms of the actual uses of this bench, it's going to be very similar to the man array. And again, we kind of talked about using decline and all that stuff. Front handles knurled. Again, that's something that's awesome. And then they widen the front pad to make the bench a lot more stable. To me, this is a nice bench. I think it's going to be a win. The one thing that really makes this bench sort of surprising for me is the price point on it. Where are we at? So $599, $600. That includes shipping. That's a good price point. $600 including shipping for a bench that does this much stuff. Now, some people will say, well, let's compare it to Rogue and everything. Rogue and Rep are very similar, but again, different in the way that they're manufactured. One's overseas, one's going to be North America, USA. So, you can't, I hate having that argument with people. They're both awesome companies. Pick what you want to buy, but Rep's done a great job of offering a lot of value for the money and quality for the money. The Rep equipment that we have, like I've got this right here, it just works. And then again, the prices they surprise you. So nothing bad to say about The Rogue bench, I like them both. Maybe I buy them both and compare them. But $5.99, I think Rep did a great job. I think they knocked it out of the park on this one for pricing. That does not include the foot rollers. So that was kind of a question people were asking me. No, you're going to have to buy the foot rollers. I believe additionally, Rep is also coming out with new barbells. So this is cool. I think one of Rep's weaker areas was barbells. And I've always been vocal about that. And there's a reason I have a wall of about 10 Rogue bars. And I've got, bars from Bare Steel Equipment. I have a Rep Deep Knurl EX. I like that bar, and it was on sale. I got a great price on it, and I use it today. It's a great bar. That was one of their more aggressive bars, and I thought it was one of their better models. And people that have used it probably could agree. But Rep's completely revamped their whole barbell lineup, and they're coming out with some awesome stuff. The end caps, they are just awesome. I think they've done a nice job of keeping that traditional Rep logo and brought it into their end caps, and they've done a great job. It reminds me of the marketing from Burton Snowboards sort of back in the day. I don't know how many guys watching this ride snowboards, but I've been riding Burton Snowboards from the 90s, from 94, and this sort of reminds me of that. It's cool. I like it. I like the take on the ski hill runs and stuff, so I'm really down with it. So you've got the Rep Colorado bar, you've got the Rep the Black Diamond bar, the Helio squat bar, and the deadlift bar. Those are two bars Rep's never had before. They've never had a squat bar or a deadlift bar. So that is exciting. All these bars kind of get me excited. I mean, we're all garage gym. We're kind of garage gym. We're nerds, right? We just want to try all the bars regardless. And so this is exciting. It's going to cost me a bunch of money. You have to buy a bunch more bars now. Thanks, Rep. But yeah, if you go to the website, they ask you which ones are you most interested in. I mean, I'd probably just check them all off. And then they're also talking about new products that are coming out. So I don't know if you guys have followed the Arnold that close, but there was a teaser in the Rep booth. They are coming out with new American-made plates. So very cool. They're based on the Equalizer design, so that, they've got the holes, basically the same as the Equalizer, but they're going to be iron plates made in the USA. I really, really like Rep's direction and starting to make stuff in the USA. Cool. I think a lot of people are going to be excited about that. So that's coming up. They have a utility seat with a pad coming up. In-rack storage, as you know, I'll just throw a picture on it, but right behind me here, I designed in-rack storage. I had to make it custom. I had to cut some stuff, make some brackets, but I basically took a Rep rack and designed an in-rack storage around it. They have talked to me about it. They've looked at the design that I've come up with, and they've told me they're going to make something that's awesome and that's going to be coming out. So I'm excited about what they've got planned, but I think it's going to be great. So looking forward to that. And Rep also teased the new calibrated steel plates coming out as well. So some new things coming from Rep. Guys, it's pretty awesome. So again, like I kind of started the video off talking about people in the home gym community, companies really innovating and driving new products is really good for us as the end consumer. So what do you guys think? Which one of these items really kind of is something you might buy or you might be interested in? Put it in the comments below. Do you think anything on here could have been better or needs some improvements? What's your thoughts? So throw it down in the comments, and we'll talk about it and see what you guys think. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.